Toronto, I get it. I understand that it's been a long time. You're not used to it. You haven't seen an athlete the caliber of a Kenny King since Kawhi Leonard said, I'm getting my ass out of this poop-butt ass town. So I get it. But the fact is, you are in the presence of the guy. Because just in case you don't know, or in case you just slow, my name is Kenny, K-I-N-G, King! And I am your digital media champion, AKA your DMC.
DMC!
That's right, that's right. See, this is an historic reign. Your boy's going crazy. See, I beat Joe Hendry, I beat Yuya, I beat Joe and Yuya. No, we don't. But I see why you must hate me, because I'm sharp enough to cut gravy. And at Emergence, your boy was sharp once again. See, I took care of the joke that was Johnny Swinger. I beat him down in this very ring at Emergence. And after I beat down Johnny Swinger, I gave him an extra 2-piece and a biscuit because I want you to know, I want every time you remember that concussion, Johnny Swinger, I want you to think about never, ever challenging Kenny King again. And we also got a little extra. We got what we call a 2-for-1. See, I took my 1 foot and I kicked both of Tommy Dreamer's chins with it because I want y'all to know this. In Kenny King's Impact Wrestling, the only 3 letters we care about in here is DMC.
DMC!
Say it, damn it, say it. DMC. What you want, bro? What you want?
Wait a minute, Tommy Dreamer is here in the Impact Zone.
Thank you for that. I need to tell you the real story of Emergence. You see, about 4 hours before Johnny Swinger had the match of his life, he received a phone call that his father-in-law had passed away. And under extreme circumstances, like I said, put in the match of his life, I came out here to check on my friend. And yes, you kicked me right upside my head. You beat me down. Well, guess what, Kenny? I've been beat down a lot of times, and you will learn that I will always keep on coming back. The other part of that story, I'm in the back watching Emergence. My phone rings. I see it's Swinger. I step outside, and he's like, hey, man, I'm checking on you. I had to leave. I had to be with my family. I got about a 5-hour drive. Yeah, man, I get it. Just be with your family. Hey, I'm sorry what happened for you. Don't worry about it. Thanks for having my back. You got it. Anytime, man. We've been friends for 20 years. Here's the important lesson, Kenny. How is the main event? The women are killing it. Yeah, they earned that spot. All right, Swinger. Get home safe, man. I love you. I love you too, Dream. I hang up the phone. I go to step inside, and what do I see, ladies and gentlemen? The King and his court jester are outside at the bar. They're living the life, surrounded by women. They are not watching the main event. And that is a massive no-no, Kenny. Because, Kenny, if I could be real with you, too, you were a guy who always would come up to me and ask me for things. You were a guy who would always come up and ask for advice to a D'Lo Brown, to a Lance Storm, to all the men and women that helped pave the way for you to be in this very, very ring. And I know you know the history. We have a 1,000th episode coming up. That is a lot of men and women who bled, sweat, and did everything for this business so for you and you could stand here. Right?
Dreamer, look. Honestly, look. I didn't know about the whole thing with Swinger. I didn't know about his father-in-law. And yeah, realistically, had I known about that, me and Sheldon would have been outside taking shots, because I don't give a damn. What do you think that matters to me? That his father-in-law died. I'm doing what you used to do. See, I used to look up to you, innovator of violence. I used to look up to you because you were the guy after a big win, surrounded by women, taking shots by the bar. And you were the guy. Yes, you paved the way, dreamer. Yes, I came and looked to you for advice, dreamer. But here's the deal. I'm in the spot where Tommy Dreamer stood. I got the accolades. I got the experience. I should be in that spot. But your 370-pound ass is still in that spot. You're a tick. You're a leech. You're a freaking vulture. You don't want to step aside. You don't want to give up your signings. You don't want to give up your big 1,000th episode spot, the big Tommy Dreamer pop, to a guy like Kenny King who, yeah, man, I was on a couple of these episodes, and I damn sure deserve it.
You want to get real? Oh, let's get even realer. The problem with you, and yes, understand this, my words are about to hurt you. The problem with you is you always take shortcuts and you settle. Never, ever have I ever left a show to go outside and drink or hang out with anyone. I stayed. And you really want to know something why you always settle? How many main events have you been in? When I was his age, I probably been in 12. I had turned down millions upon millions of dollars from other companies, WCW and WWE, because I believed in something, and that something has nothing to do with what we're talking. I always listened. I always listened to Terry Funk. I listened to Paul Heyman. I listened to Mick Foley. I listened to every single veteran, past and present, because they helped me get to where I was. So, Kenny, oh yes, I know another thing. I'm old. Yes, I'm 52 years old and I'm damn proud of it. And if I could look at the work of some of the wrestlers currently, I don't know, Sting, 62. I don't know, Chris Jericho, 53. Tommy Dreamer, if I look within this company, PCO's like 107. So you want to keep knocking us? Why don't you step up and knock us out if you want that spot, Kenny? And you know what? All this stuff I've heard before, great. So I'm gonna make this even easier for you.
What? Because you don't have a damn thing that I want.
$2023, in the span of 3 months, I lost my mom, I was diagnosed with skin cancer, and I just lost Terry Funk, the man who's my wrestling father. This has been the hardest year of my life. And maybe, just maybe, I could do one great thing for this business, or maybe even do something for you. The one thing that I got, I have my support system of wrestling fans that have backed me for 33 years. And maybe the one thing I have is my love for this since I was 10 years old. So if you want to be something, I will go to the back and I will ask Santino and do something that I do not want to do. Tommy Dreamer's career versus Kenny King and that digital media championship. And if I lose, I have been a man of my word my entire life. And if this is the worst year, it will be the worst year of my life if I have to say goodbye. But it's in the building that I saw my first ever wrestling match with my dad, and my dream began, and I hope there's a kid out here tonight that your dreams begin, and years later, you have an amazing career. So that's what I have to offer. That's all I got. Hopefully you accept my challenge.